All right, guys, so this week, the focus of the vlog is going to be not by my choice, but hopefully it can help you, what to do when you're sick, when you become sick when you're pregnant. So last week, of course, we had the website debacle and just work stuff was very, very stressful and chaotic. And this week, it took a toll on my body and I got sick. So last Sunday, I think it was, I started feeling a sore throat coming on. And I was like, no, like, this can't be happening. A couple people in our office had been sick, and I was really nervous that I caught what they got because they were like messed up, like couldn't leave the house sick. And so this week, most of the week I spent being sick.
It's Monday evening and I am sick. Not like pregnancy sick, not like nauseous, like throat, sinuses. It's been going around kind of a little bit at our office and it hit me. I think it hit Knox too. So everyone's in the garage right now working out, but that's the last thing I need to be doing right now. It's like really bad on this side. Our house is still torn apart, as you can see. So yeah, I'll compile some advice from my doula and just other people for what to do when you're sick, when you're pregnant. I haven't been sick this pregnancy, I don't think. And it's like the last thing you want to deal with when you're already in this state. I'm about to go put Knox to bed, try to get to bed early myself, but today has not been fun. All right, so just got out of like an Epsom salt bath, which is something that my doula recommended to try to flush some of it out, I guess. And actually, my throat hurts so bad now that it hurts to talk. A year ago, I had, like a year and a half ago, I had strep throat. And if that was like, honestly, one of the worst things in a long time that I've had. So hoping it's not that. I don't think it is because other people in the office have been sick and that's not what they had, but it's like 7 o'clock. I need to eat something, then I'm just gonna go to bed.
It can be annoying when you're pregnant, even more so than when you're not, because there are so many remedies that people would normally use, whether it's Sudafed or NyQuil or certain cough drops and things like that, that just aren't an option when you're pregnant. So the first thing that I did, the very first thing that I did was I think I reached out to Carolina, who's the street parking moms coach here. And I was like, I feel like I'm getting sick. And she told me, gargle some salt water, some warm salt water. She's like, I don't know why that works. I mean, she's not a doctor or anything like that, but she was recently pregnant and is the mom's coach here. So I knew she'd have at least some insight, and, you know, try to get some sleep. So I did that the first night. I was gargling warm salt water. I woke up several times in the night with a really bad sore throat, like couldn't even swallow, hurt to talk, and I would go downstairs and do the salt water, and it helped a lot. It actually really did help a lot.
All right, so another cold remedy. Don't mind our disgusting countertops from the renovation that I have been taking for most of my pregnancy, but should help. I don't know. It's supposed to help your immune system and to like kill some stuff. Is the apple cider vinegar. At this point, I'm willing to do whatever. It seems like the gargling of the salt water has helped more than anything else yet that I've tried. Later when I get in all the stuff that the doula recommended, I just ordered it all on Amazon. I'll show all of that to you. But I am feeling better today than I was yesterday, which is a pretty quick turnaround. It's been less than 48 hours since I started feeling sick, so hopefully we'll be able to get past it quickly. For this, I just put like an ounce of it in usually like a little shot glass, but all of our dishes are missing. I'll mix it with a little bit of water and literally just take it like a shot. Definitely make sure you have a chaser when you do this. So pretty much now, this is all I wear. Stretchy pants, a long, some of them are maternity, some of them are just long tank top, and one of the way too many cardigans that I have. I've been wearing a hat every day for like 2 weeks just because I haven't wanted to go have someone else do my hair, and I refuse to round brush my own hair. It's just, I have way too much. Fans, this is the Prego uniform, and I love it.
I got some Traditional Medicines throat coat tea. Traditional Medicines is the brand, and it's throat coat tea. I've been using that this whole time. Boiron's Cold Calm. So make sure you read the instructions, because I definitely did not. And I was just like popping like one pill and drinking it with water like you do. And then I read the instructions and saw that you're supposed to put it like under your tongue and do it like once an hour. And so I probably delayed the effects of that a little bit by not taking it correctly. So make sure you read that. And that's Boiron's Cold Calm. Elderberry syrup, which I actually didn't end up getting, kombucha, and electrolytes. For the electrolytes, I just got some Noon tablets, NUUN. And I'm sure there's lots of other ways to get electrolytes, but that was just one that I had known about from when I competed. Just pop a little tablet in your water, drink it with your water. And those are some things that I've tried. I can't say that it's cured me, but I haven't gotten worse. So on Wednesday, Thursday, I actually felt pretty good. And then over the weekend, I've gotten a little bit more stuffed up, but it hasn't gotten worse. And just especially that saltwater gargle at night, I've been keeping that up, and the hot tea, I would say, are the two things that have helped the most, just soothing my throat so that I can sleep. And then I took like 3 days off of working out completely, just because I didn't want to get my heart rate up, and I wanted to allow my body to rest, and I didn't want to the air here is still pretty cold, so breathing that cold air when you already have a sore throat doesn't feel good. And that helped as well. So I don't often take that much time off, and I don't think I would have taken that much time off if I wasn't pregnant. If I was just sick, I would have been like, whatever, I don't care. But the pregnancy and the sickness, I was just not ready to feel. I already feel like, you're uncomfortable in your body, and the last thing you need is to add sickness on top of that as much as you can control. So we've definitely taken the workouts down and the intensity down this week, and not trained as much.
All right, so I'm actually in the middle of our workout right now today. I'm not even on the driveway, in the road, because they're inside texturing our ceilings. There's dust everywhere. It was really loud. Kim and I pulled the bike out and the sled out. We're doing 20 minutes alternating stations of bike while the other person does the sled, and just making something happen away from the noise, away from the fumes. Here we are. So just pulling the sled 100 meters, dragging it backwards back. We're gonna do 5 rounds each.
I would say that our house this week was like borderline unlivable, where people coming into town or people coming to our house were really surprised that we were living in there during this. If you've ever lived through a renovation that's involved like putting up new walls, you'll know the process of texturing the walls. It was loud, it was messy, there was a lot of, I don't want to say fumes, but like just particles in the air. They were there way later than they normally are. Normally they leave by about 4:30. They were there past 6 a couple nights. And that's usually when we're trying to put Knox like in his bath and stuff like that. They were upstairs, they were downstairs, they were like, they were in our kitchen. It was gnarly. There was at least like 7 or 8 people in our house all day long. And at night, Julian and I are to the point now where we go to bed early just because we don't want to be downstairs. It makes you feel anxious just to even be, because there's like, in the areas that are livable, there's just piles of stuff because where else are we going to put everything? And then in the areas that aren't livable, it's just like a dust cloud of who knows what. And yeah, just not, it doesn't feel like those are rooms right now. It feels like we live in a construction zone. So I couldn't stay home when I was sick to like lay in bed because it was so loud, and because there were people coming in and out of our master bedroom to clean up some of the walls that they had to dig into for our pipes. So in the morning, I still had to leave. I couldn't just lay in bed and work from home or work from bed, which would have been really nice and maybe helped me get better. It's all not ideal, but we're getting through it and it's okay.
Okay, so let me give you a tour of what's going on inside of our house here so you can get an idea of the stress and just not feeling ready that it's adding to everything. We're in way better condition today than we were yesterday, but let's check it out. Coming inside, this is our current front door situation. And this whole front of our house is just torn apart, and there's plastic up the stairs and paper down on the ground and half painted and primed walls and things covered in plastic. We're still waiting on paint in these rooms and flooring and doors and furniture, and it's not just the front of the house. Like piles of stuff like this are everywhere. Plastic walls all the way through. This is our entire downstairs. And then even just to get into our kitchen, you gotta go through this like plastic thing. And we have no cabinet doors. The kitchen counters are covered in this like gross thing that you can't really clean. The floor in here is completely covered as well, and it's just filthy, and that's all the way. So, I mean, the couch area is normal, kind of, and we sit here to eat. We try to use the kitchen to cook when we need to, but that was in a tour right now of our entire downstairs. They've even had to do some stuff in the garage, which obviously, if you know what we do, we use for work a lot. And it's just this space and having strangers in here all the time and everything. I did this to myself. I realized that. And I know there are people watching like, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't have remodeled. I totally get it. I'm just telling you why this is happening. And I think the stress of this, plus the stress that happened last week with our website breaking and the travel to Disney and just everything, is why I got sick. It's just too much. Good morning. It's Thursday, February 27th, and I'm feeling much better today. I still have a sore throat, but it wasn't like nearly as bad in the night last night. What was bad in the night last night is my inability to sleep. That was definitely one of the worst nights of insomnia that I've had. And it wasn't just like straight up not being able to sleep. I think the state of our home, and I'll have to show it to you, but the state of our home right now is stressing me out and making me feel super unprepared. And knowing that the birth is in like 8 weeks and our house is just torn apart, and we have a trip to Vegas coming up and all of this stuff, I was like feeling like I don't know where any of the baby stuff is. It's like all like boxed up and everything still, and in piles in the baby's room. I need like my hospital bag. I need just all this. We're waiting for all this stuff to come in and for the house to be done. And I just like went into panic last night, and I was like Googling things and like making lists on Amazon for things that I need, and I just couldn't sleep. So I was awake until, well, at 1:30 Knox woke up. So I went in his room, and I was in his room till 2:30 and was up till 2:30, and then woke up just before 8. So Lillian let me sleep in, but that was rough. hopefully that's just like a one-time thing. I was really stressed out about the house yesterday because there were like 6 dudes in here and they were here till 6 o'clock at night, and it's a huge mess downstairs. So I'm in bed right now eating breakfast, hiding. And yes, I finally have a chiropractor appointment today, which I had one consultation, but I haven't had any chiropractic work. And I had chiropractic work my entire pregnancy last time. And this is just like an example of how you're just busier and also not lazier, but just have a tendency to take less time for yourself and the new baby on the second time around, because you're like, oh, whatever, it's fine, I've got this. And I think that's what led to my panic last night, and also just generally not getting massages or chiropractic or all the stuff that I was doing last time. So I definitely need to make a switch and need to focus more on prepping for baby B to be here and the birth, or I feel like it's going to get closer and closer and I'm just going to keep having this like uneasiness. So, but at least I'm not as sick as I was.
So it was perfect timing with the sickness and with what happened with the website last week and the house, especially with the house being the way that it is. On Friday, I walked out into the garage to work out and do our team workout, so I knew the staff was going to be there. And my 2 very best friends from California who were on my team when I used to compete with CrossFit. Were there. They came and surprised me. Julian organized a surprise with them to come and take me out of this disaster chaos and just take me away.
Are you ready?
I'm calm now, so.
She's the best. All
So
right.
why are you guys here?
We're here to surprise Miranda.
Nice.
Yeah, she has, we hope, no idea. Her car's backing up. That's not her, right? She cried. Gentle. Gentle.
I swear to God, she doesn't cry.
When was the last time you saw her?
On
Wedding. Yeah.
November.
Her wedding, and then the time before that
Congrats.
was Jen's wedding, or Miranda's wedding.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I flew the girls out here to surprise Miranda so they can go on a nice little getaway weekend in a nice environment that doesn't have paint fumes, that she can hang out with her girls one last weekend, because it's been forever since they've been together and just hung out. They met up at Jen's wedding, but it was like Jen's wedding, so it was a weekend of them just relaxing and getting pampered, and yeah, it was a triple needed for them.
How long have you had this planned for?
I would say like a month. Yeah, so I had it planned for like a month.
What's that?
Hi!
We're gonna hang out with you. Her there was a workout.
We just wanted to fly up for a Friday team workout really quick.
She tricked me. He tricked me. He was like, "You talked to Jen lately?" I was like, "We DM random shit." Like DM hateful things.
We're here to hang out with you for the weekend.
You don't have anywhere to go. Have you been inside? There's a surprise.
They came, and our friendship is like one of those friendships. So Molly works for us and I talk to her every day. But the friendship between the 3 of us is one of those friendships where we could go months or years without talking and we still have the same bond. The 3 of us haven't been together for, I think since I was pregnant last time. And they came and did my baby shower for Knox. And of course, we started our friendship through working out together. So before we took off to this amazing spa place that's an hour away, the spa hotel, they stayed and worked out. They went and changed, and we worked out together and we got to be a team, and us being a team definitely looks very different than it did 5 years ago. But it's one of the ways that we really bond and love to spend time together. So we worked out with the crew. We like rinsed off and I packed up my stuff, and it was just this awesome surprise. Like Julian knew that I needed some time away, and that our trip as a family, while it was beautiful and wonderful and fun, was not necessarily relaxing. So he had planned this trip for me to just go with them to this spa resort and order room service and get a massage. And it was really funny because Jen, who's not pregnant and not a mom yet, she was like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, to her, it's like, let's order a couple bottles of wine and, catch up. But she knew that I obviously can't participate in wine and that I was probably gonna want to sleep a lot and stuff. So she had brought these like massive woven dream catchers, and she's like, we're gonna decorate dream catchers and we're gonna go to Michael's Crafts and we can just like chat and decorate the dream catchers. And it was just so sweet. We spent like $300 at Michael's before we took off out of town, and we did that. We spent hours on these dream catchers and just ordered 5 total meals while we were there from room service. We did not leave the hotel once. I had a beautiful, wonderful massage that was one of the best massages I've ever had. We stayed at the Allison Hotel and Spa in, I don't know if it's technically in Newburgh, but it's in Oregon, near Newburgh, Oregon. And it was awesome. It was beautiful. Like, the scenery was beautiful. The view was beautiful. And we just had such a good time catching up, and we did sleep a lot and relaxed. And, we did a little workout in the hotel gym one day, because again, that's just like, all 3 of us really love it, especially when we're together. So I just got home. I've only been back in town for like an hour before recording, talking about all this. So I'm still like very much on a high of just spending time with them and getting that time away.